I am so excited about today's topic, how to create sacred space for your spiritual business. This is such a bountiful and beautiful process that I'm inviting you into. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you one of the biggest mistakes that businesses make that lead them to fail. And believe it or not, it's tied into your sacred space. In 2018, my business took a turn down while working with a business coach down it was a very successful and fruitful turn, but it was also very stressful and really hard on my body. And that's when I noticed that I became way more strategic, and the sacred in my business was there, but nowhere near as integrated as it's needed to be in order to flourish as a human, as a soul-centered business owner. So most people would call this my office. It is my office. It's my creative studio. It's where I work with clients. It's where I shoot my videos. It's where I give classes from, etc. However, it is way more than an office. Now my sacred space is actually, you can't see it, but on the other side of this camera, I have my harmonium, I have my cards and essential oils, and I have my crystals and the place that I sit to meditate. So this office is really my sacred space, fueling my spiritual business and the soul-centered work that I am here to do. I want you to think of the space I'm inviting you to create right now as the place that is going to hold you and the creative energy that moves through you as you create your courses, your programs, your coaching services, as you deliver healing or coaching sessions to your beautiful clients, because the environment that you are in is going to directly impact the environment you create for your students and your clients. Or let's say you make stuff like art or jewelry or something like that, or you write books. The space is going to directly affect the things that you are creating because you are the one creating them, and your environment has a very large impact on the way you feel. There are 5 steps to creating your sacred space for your spiritual business, okay? The first step number 1, is to choose your space. Choose your beautiful space in your home that inspires you. Choose a place that feels good. Of course, right now I have a studio. I have this wonderful space. And when I first started my business, I actually was working for many years out of the master bedroom, out of the main bedroom, because I had a view and quiet and a perfect place for my desk. And the other rooms or areas in the house were just noisier, or they didn't look out to a beautiful view. And if I was going to spend that much time at my desk, then I wanted my view to be beautiful. So it doesn't have to be its own space. It could be part of another room, as long as it's where you feel you're uninterrupted, it's quiet, and you can flourish as you're delivering your gifts. Once you've selected the physical location of your business, I want you to go haywire decluttering. I want you to declutter the space, have a declutter party, all right? Because clutter clogs creativity. Space welcomes grace. Grace is a huge part of spiritual business. It's not all of our logic and our willpower doing it. No. Have you ever noticed that when you're in session with a client, or you're writing a book, or you're making something like a course or a program, there's this incredible grace that moves in that supports you or gives you these ideas. Some call this the muse. So if there's no space in your environment, you're going to feel very clogged in your mind. And if you're clogged in your mind, you're not going to have the access to creativity or grace or the muse. Another beautiful reason to declutter is if you feel stuck, if you're lacking momentum, when you declutter anything, it doesn't have to be your office, it could be anything, you will start to welcome in abundance, because that sheer act of clearing the cobwebs, clearing dead energy in your space is actually what welcomes in chi or life force or energy, and that directly correlates with welcoming in financial abundance. So the first step, if you get nothing else from this video, if you want to create momentum in your business, declutter, okay? Make some space. The third step to creating your sacred space for your spiritual business is to select 3 brand colors. If you don't already have a logo for your business, it's really important. I notice this mistake often in people is, and we are guilty of this too on some of our sales pages and things like that, is having way too many colors and way too many images that just conflict with each other, and it's just really not a desirable thing to look at. And if it's dizzying to look at, we're not going to want to keep looking at it, and certainly we're not going to want to buy it. So I would ask yourself, what are the colors that really show or depict or match the intention of your business? So for example, my logo in my book, The Diamond Process, the colors are white and pink and this beautiful blue color that reminds me of a diamond. So the colors that I used in my space are white and pink and gold. So I chose 3 of the colors in my logo. What are 3 colors that you can focus your space on so that there's a cohesion, there's an ease that comes from simplicity? And what you're going to notice is every time you make a video, or every time you put a product out there, or every time you even get dressed to shoot a video, if you are in alignment with those colors, it really does create a beautiful sort of brand or an essence. And what I like to do, the reason I chose these colors, the Diamond Process book helps people transform their lives and really go into their triggers and release the patterns that have been holding them back from self-confidence and living their purpose. That's heart. And so I saw the color pink, right? Like this soft heart color. White is the main color. I guess it's all colors, because it's spaciousness, it's expansive, it's like a fresh canvas for people to create their lives. And the gold is just that power, the brilliance, it's the brightness, it's the gold that lives within them that I'm asking them to bring forward into the world or supporting them in. So get intentional with the colors. I've seen people create brands like around money businesses, money coaching, and they have like emerald green and gold and white or something like that. Or maybe, your coaching is around business and standing in your authority. Navy blue is a color of authority, right? Officers wear navy blue, there's psychology to color. So I would just look at what you want to elicit in yourself and in your clients and students or customers. What is that feeling? For me, it's peace, spaciousness, empowered, confident, heart-centered, soul-centered. So what is that for you, and what colors illustrate that? The 4th step is to bring in earth elements. Bring in flowers, and I have crystals and stones and plants everywhere. Bring in the earth elements, because one of the things I notice that disempowers people the most is they're disconnected from the earth. They are totally connected to their computers and locked in and plugged in to the computer, draining their life force, when really the place scientifically proven that we recharge our life force is in the sunshine, on the grass, in the fresh air, connected to the earth. If you want to disempower a population of people, disconnect them from the earth and keep them on technology and feed them ideas and beliefs that are going to make them feel unworthy and like they're never getting anywhere and they're never going to be enough. And that will create a very disempowered culture. If you want to empower people, have them breathe deeply and get outside and be in stillness away from technology, and notice what 20 minutes does sitting under a tree. All right, a lot of fresh ideas for your business are going to come in. A lot of creative solutions are going to come in around financially, how to bring abundance to you. And a feeling of abundance will naturally flood through you, which attracts abundance. If you feel like you're already living in abundance, it's easier to create more of that, to attract more. So in your creative space, in your sacred space, make sure that Mama Nature is honored. Like, make sure that she's here and she's holding you, because you don't have to do your business all by yourself. Actually, it's highly not recommended. What is recommended is resource from the earth, resource from support systems, from mentors, from people who embody this beautiful, loving energy that allows you to feel held as you create your business. And we all have access to the earth. Spending time with Mother Earth is free. Relaxing in the great outdoors is free and available to mostly all of us. Notice what happens when you bring in earth elements. The earth is connected to infinite supply. She never produces the same thing twice, not a snowflake, not a human, not a tree, nothing. So abundant that there's no end to the abundance. So bring in some earth elements that really ground you and that inspire you, that feel really beautiful to you. And finally, step number 5. This is something you're not going to hear anywhere else. It is really the thing missing that makes many businesses fail. And it is such an easy thing to do. It's what I'm doing right now. It's having a North Star of your business. And then in your office, create a North Star card. I'm going to explain. So you can get something out as simple as an index card. I've done this my entire business. However, I'll give you the missing piece that I've only been doing the last 4, 5, 6 years that created a lot of abundance and financial wealth. But what I used to do, and I still do, is I'll take a card like this. I think about the North Star of my quarter. What I mean by that is successful people focus on one quarter at a time. They focus on one project per quarter. People who are spinning their wheels are like pumping out 20 products in a month, or trying to, and like nothing gets done because they keep flip-flopping. I call it the flip-flop block. They keep flip-flopping from idea to idea to idea. And we're going to do this and la 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 la. And this was me to the letter until I finally got it that success comes from having a North Star or a target that is one-pointed. In yoga, they call this a dristi. If you're going into a challenging position or posture, asana, you basically focus on one point and keep your gaze still, and then your body will come into stillness in that posture way more easily, even if you're on like one toe, okay? Because balance comes from focus. Balance comes from giving everything you've got to one project and nurturing that one project. Imagine if you had you birthed a baby, and then you got a dog, and then you took on like your friend's kids and like 16 other projects simultaneously. Like, do you think your kids or your projects would feel nurtured or loved, and would they be able to blossom into their full potential? Very unlikely. So the North Star card is your focus for the quarter, okay? And there's more to this, which we actually teach in our membership, which goes deep. It's a whole 2-hour workshop. We do it every single quarter live together because it's so essential for a successful business. If you join the membership this month, there is an incredible bonus that I am giving, which is Client Attraction School, my brand new program. If you've been wanting to call in your star clients from the overflow in a really easy way, now is the time to join this amazing membership. I just wanted to make sure you knew that, and the link is below if you want to join us in the membership. What I always do is have my North Star for the quarter, and I write down whatever that is. So whatever project it is, let's say it's my membership, okay, which it is this month, this quarter. So my membership, and then I draw hearts, usually using colors, and each heart represents a student or a client. Let's say you want to welcome in 3 6-month clients, then you draw 3 hearts on your North Star card, and every time you enroll a client, you put them in the heart. And every day you send light to whoever is on that card and the ones who are coming in. So they don't even know, but your students and clients are getting your loving like sparkles and energy, even when they're not face to face with you. I always have a card for even the programs I'm not focused on enrolling right now, because I have my clients, and I also have our membership, and I have our coach training program. I just am always sending them light. It's a really beautiful practice to send light to those you love, right? And when you have a business like this, you're working with people you love. Instead of ping pong or flip-flopping back and forth, and spinning into lack and being broke and energetically exhausted because your business isn't working, do you have a North Star of your business this quarter? And if you don't, if you need help with that, definitely join us in the membership in Soul-Centered Life and Business. Our membership program is so beautiful. To be honest, I never announce our membership. It is so rare because personally, I've loved the intimacy in there. I love the group in there. But what I realized was I'm not doing a service to anybody by not promoting it, because it is such a powerful and transformational space where people not only grow their businesses, they also do it from a place of confidence, empowerment, and from a full well, like feeling really good in their lives, rather than what the mainstream is doing and like really depleted, dreaming of a future to retire, but hating their life today. No, this is about loving your life today and creating a business that nourishes you and your clients. So which of these 5 are you willing to take on? Maybe it's all 5. You're going to go through the whole process. Maybe you have a lot of this in place and one of them is missing, that you're excited to refresh your business through color or through decluttering or something like that. Or maybe you have been like just losing steam because you haven't been focused on one project per quarter and you haven't struck gold because you keep digging these little teeny little holes, but the gold is like 16 feet deep and you keep digging like a foot and no, that's not working because you're not focusing long enough and devotedly enough to that one project, and instead flip-flopping, creating a lot of energy leakages and lack of financial abundance. If you got something from this video, if you are ready to create your sacred space for your spiritual business, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for doing the work that you are called to do in this world from your heart.